Hey guys, it's Jesslee here, and we are back for another round of Songwriter sessions, and we have the gorgeous, the Miss Karianne Jean.
Hello.
Not only do we have an incredible chemistry when it comes to co-writing and being artist, co-writer, but also friends, So this is really special to me to not only bring one of my favorite co-writers in town on, but also one of my bestest friends in town. This is where I go ahead and take us back into the writing session. I'm gonna dive right in. I wanna ask Karianne one of my favorite questions, my continual question on this show. What was one of your favorite part of the writing sessions, whether it was just something that stood out to you, something that was just a moment in the room, just anything at all that was special to you that you would take away from when you think of that write?
So my favorite moment, right, the song is Small Town Go Around.
Yep.
And we were talking about small towns, right? We were talking about other songs that we've heard that are kind of like put downs to the small town. It's always about...
That's my favorite part too.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you brought this up.
Well, that's not actually my favorite part.
Oh gosh, this is a two-part story.
It's a two-part story. But we were talking about how, a lot of songs really put down the small town, and it's all about getting out and being successful and being famous and all of that kind of pomp and circumstance.
Yeah.
So we were excited to take the approach of writing this from a perspective of like, actually small towns are awesome.
Yeah.
Actually small towns are amazing, and maybe they're the ones that already have it figured out.
That's absolutely.
But my favorite part, with that being said, was we were talking about small towns, and we were talking about our favorite things about small towns and what makes them special. And Jess starts getting teary.
I know.
And she started like crying, and I was like, if you know Jesslee, you know that she's not a big crier. She doesn't just like cry on the drop of a hat. I think I would be more likely to start crying. But she just starts crying, and she was like, I just love my town so much, and I'm just thinking about where I grew up, and I just love them. And she's like, I just think they're really gonna like this song because that's who I'm thinking of when I'm thinking of a small town. And I was like, this is so genuine. This is so beautiful that you felt comfortable enough to do that. Felt really good for me. I'm like, okay, good.
That's when you know you have something truly special in a write. It's like when you can be with that person and really get that vulnerable. Allow yourself to be that vulnerable. My best songs have always come, especially the real honest ones, not the drinking thinkins that are easy to write about because it's really playful and not necessarily about deep feelings. But those are the songs that it really does. It gets me to a point where it's the realest it's ever going to be when it's making you bring those emotions out and manifesting them, physically. And it was just one of those times where, it's very, like Karianne said, very uncommon for me to just cry in general in life. Nonetheless, I've never cried in a write before. And, it was true. We were talking about how coming from that, people make it seem like it's a negative thing to come from a small town. And a lot of these songs, even whether it's on purpose or not, it's all about going and chasing after this big dream and almost putting a negative connotation on where you come from. And I feel the exact opposite. I feel like every time I go back and I visit my hometown, that's what sets me straight. That's what makes like everything back to that homeostasis point of this is what matters. And these are the people that matter. And, this type of love is a lot of the times when I get into that fast-paced life, it's kind of what we neglect and we start missing.
And I think culture does a really good job of telling us that fame is what's most important, success and making a name for yourself. And the more people that know you, the more important you are. And that just, to me, that just couldn't be further from the truth. That's all so shallow, and it's so unimportant in the broad scheme of things. Like, yes, follow your ambitions, and yes, contribute what your gifts are to the world.
Absolutely.
But at the same time, it's like sometimes contributing your gifts means opening up the bakery on the corner, or being the pastor at the church, or being the mom in the home, caring for children, raising children for this world, not for it, but to elevate it. There's nothing more important than that.
Absolutely. With that being said, we're going to be playing the Songwriter Sessions version, the unplugged version of Small Town Go Around for you guys. We hope you love it. And if you do, of course, give it a share. If you're not subbed yet, subscribe to my channel. And of course, make sure that you go down in that caption and see how you can stay and connect with Karianne as well.
Somebody said I've been missing. The more I win, the less I feel like I've really been winning. These milestones ain't paved the path to where I thought I'd be. I need to strip it back to the bones that build me. It's the laughter of kids that are playing in the street. It's the neighbor that showed up who hurt you were in need. What I've been looking for, they've already found. It's all about the love that makes the small town go round. Makes the small town go round.
My heart's working overtime, trying to find deeper purpose. Looked out, not in, and ended up feeling like a full-time circus. A soul-shaped void cannot be filled by superficial things. I need to strip it back to the bones that built me. It's the joy when a mom and a baby's eyes first meet. It's the shops closed on Sunday, 'cause God's priority. What I've been looking for, they've already found. It's all about the love that makes the small town go round. Makes the small town go round.
Right here, right now, loving in the present moment. Right here, right now, it ain't about where we're going. It's the flags wave, the parade, marching on Main Street. It's the piece of the serenade from